I will.
Okay, go ahead and open us up in prayer.
Thank you, Father, for bringing us all here together tonight with one mind and your direction, Father, as we open our ears and our minds to think of today as the first day of the month or the second day of the month so that we can do your will in our business and your guide with your guidance and direction, Father, as we approach the 21st, which is a pretty significant day for our team and those that are being affected by it. We just ask for guidance and direction. And those are going to be sitting in front of us as we share the opportunity, as we share the Mary Kay products. We just ask your wisdom and your guidance in everything that we do, Father. And we open this meeting to you, and we just praise you and honor you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Yay. I'm so excited. Okay. So it is Tuesday, the 17th. We have how many days left?
The 30th.
So we have 14 days left. We've got 14 days left to do what we need to do for the end of the year. I'm so excited. I mean, I'm always excited, but I'm excited. You know, big things can happen in 14 days. Big things can happen. I listened to my friend Cleta. She's in Ruby Division. I listened to her YouTube video about closing the sale. Now, I don't know about you, but I had been challenged on how to close the sale for a long time. I always, get these closing sheets, and I got to find one that works for me. I mean, I'm using one now that I like. However, she had something that was kind of cool too. I looked at it and I got the PDF for it. But um, I think that consultants new or experienced or can learn from closing the sale. So we're going to listen to Cleta, and then I'm going to finish with my notes about being a winner and finishing. So let me see if I can share. Invite people. That's what it's telling me to do. Invite people. Invite people. Let me pull her up though before she was doing a boss babe call. She looks really mighty fine too. I looked at her. I'm like, girl, you're looking hot. She's so funny. I don't know if you've ever met her before, but I like her. She's got that accent.
Yes.
But let's go ahead and I'm going to share a little bit just about closing the sale. She had some good stuff.
I'll also share it on Sheeta Nation as soon as I get done with the call tonight. And it has all this stuff in it. But I'm also going to show you a couple things as well. So first of all, excuse me, let me just share. Oh, let me pull it up. Hang on. There it is. Okay, let me share my screen with you so that you can see this. Okay, so this is closing the sale and also filling the orders. You know, when you've been in Mary Kay a long time, like I know how to do the business. I know how to fill an order. I can do it in my sleep. But as a sales director, I need to remember that not everybody's done a CD, like a customer delivery order. They've not gone through all the different things. So I just want to share a couple things that might help you. We'll start out with closing the sale. So the first thing about a close is it's important to have two closes at your party. One is the table close where you present the sets, share the prices, the specials you're offering. Okay. I like to hold up the roll-up bags as I do them and hold the sets up. And the second is the individual close. And I'm going to stop the share real quick and I'm going to show you a couple things. First of all, I like to have a closing sheet. Mary Kay has some closing sheets on InTouch. Here's the deal about closing sheets. There's 10 jillion of them out there. There's 10 jillion of them out there. And every time the prices change, you got to throw them all away. So, if you're watching this, in the link are two of the closing sheets that I like and I've been using. If you've been using one, or if you have a sales director that she recommends one, by all means use that. But it's just nice to have a sheet to close with because people like to look at something. And you can also do them where you can do them, just print them on a piece of paper. And then as you're doing them, you say circle. Why don't y'all just circle the products you want to get? either today or later. So that way they're not forgetting what they're doing. You can also laminate them or put them in a sleeve protector and then do like an expo marker. Okay. If you don't want to like save a little money, they could circle them and then at the end of the party, they leave them and then you just, wipe them off and use them for the next party. Either way. Okay. They change the prices. I mean, y'all know that every now and then there's a price change on like 3 things, but it's on the sheet. So then your sheet is wrong. These are updated that I put in the thing. So let's just do, and by the way, in the landing page, I'm going to show you, I have 2 closing sheets. This one is for the repair set. And then this one is for the Time Wise Miracle set. You can use either one. I usually take them both to the party and you may not want to do this, but like if I have a girl that's in her 20s, I know I need to be using her 30s, I'm going to use the miracle set on her. But if there's her mom's there, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to pull out the repair. So, if you don't feel comfortable doing 2 at one time, just pick which one you want to do. Okay. But I would say even if, in the starter kit, you get the miracle set. So that's the one you're probably going to do at first, but you may want to buy like the travel size repair set. So then at least you would have that you could sample out of at your parties if you don't want to crack open a whole repair set. That's just a thought for y'all. But at the very least, you want to tell them about the repair set because they might want to upgrade, right? So let's go with this one right here. This is the Cadillac collection. I mean, this is the we call it Build Your Beauty Bag. And the way it works, there's 3 sets on here. And then when they buy them, they get one of these, they call it a spa bar, one of these at half price. And this is just at your parties, okay? So this is how I would do it. This is what I want to show you. I would give everybody, everybody's already finished with the facial. I said, okay, I know y'all want to know how you can get these awesome products. You're probably just dying to get them right now. Okay, y'all have fun at your parties. Don't get so uptight. I say, so I'm going to give y'all a little sheet and I'm going to go over the deals and steals just for today because I like to buy things when they're on sale, don't y'all? And everybody always says yes. I say, when I go to Kohl's, I just go look at the sale. And I know if it's not on sale today, it'll be on sale tomorrow. So that's what I like to do. So I'm going to give y'all some deals today too. Are y'all excited about a deal? All right, great. So this is our travel roll-up bag. And this is all the stuff that you guys use tonight, if you can even believe it. And y'all know you got to have somewhere to put it. So you're going to need this travel roll-up bag. Let me just go ahead and show it to you how awesome it is. Okay. It rolls up like this. Okay. And then you unroll it. It's got a nice little hook on it. Of course, I'm usually standing when I do it, right? It's got a nice little hook on it. And then these come on and off. They're Velcro. So when you travel, you can actually just take this and stuff it somewhere if you need to. The zippers are at the top, so it doesn't fall out when you unzip it, which is really awesome. So this travel roll-up bag with the first set I'm going to talk to you about is free. It's free. Normally it is, let's see how much that travel roll-up bag is. The travel roll-up bag is it 40 now, y'all? Somebody tell me on the chat. It's 38 or 40, whatever it is. They just changed the price of it. Okay, so this is the travel roll-up bag. So let me show you this set that we have. This one right here is called the Cadillac Collection. So this is what it has in it. The top pocket is our beautiful, we call it a Botox in a box. This is our repair set. And in the repair set, it has the cleanser, the day cream, the night cream, lifting serum, and the eye cream. Okay. Honestly, right there, if you buy all of that separate, it is, let's see, $256. Okay. But anyway, that's the first pocket in the Cadillac Collection. The second pocket is the revealing facial radiant, the revealing radiance facial peel. I call it facial peel and the deep wrinkle filler. Okay. And then the next pocket are as the eye makeup remover, the micellar water, your CC cream, your foundation primer, and your brush. Okay. This is called the Cadillac Collection. And with this value right here, as you see it, is $504. Okay. You get the bag free, but it's only $399 to you. So you're saving quite a bit of money. All right. Then you get one item from the spa bar at half price on your sheet. And so I've just got in here the charcoal mask because y'all know you got to have it. And I also have some satin lips in there, but you can pick whichever thing on the spa bar that you want at half price. And you can add some additional items if you want to. But this is what we call the Cadillac Collection for $399. And I would just say, go into Ulta, price some stuff, and you will see that this is a great deal. I mean, you're going to be shocked if you've just been buying Mary Kay a long time. You probably be shocked how much things are these days. A little bottle of something is $200. So this is a great deal, and most of the things in here will last you 3 or 4 months, and some longer than that. Okay. Then the next is the Queen collection. In the Queen collection, we're just going to take off this pocket right here. So this is the repair set, cleanser, day, night, lifting serum, eye cream, and the facial peel and the deep wrinkle filler. This is what we call the Queen collection. The value of this is $410, and you get it for $2.99. You do get the roll-up bag at half price, and you get one item off the spa bar. So you can add your charcoal mask, whatever you want to add, the satin lips, okay? So this is the Queen collection, and it's $2.99. Now the next one, this is the Princess collection. The Princess collection on this particular bag is the Mary Kay Time Wise repair set. And this one is $1.99. You get the bag for half price, and you still get to add something from the spa bar. Okay? So that's $1.99. And of course you can add more than one, but you get one thing at half price from the spa bar. And you can purchase the roll-up bag if you like to. Okay? So those are the sets. Of course, what do I personally use? I just have to tell you it all. Like all of this right here, I could just go take it to my bathroom because I use every single bit of it. And it doesn't take 4 hours a day to do your skincare, you guys. So this is the Cadillac collection, the Queen collection, and the Princess collection. So you want to just look at your little piece of paper, kind of circle what you know you want, glance down at the bottom. There's a lot of different options for your spa bar that you can add on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get with each of you individually. In a minute, y'all are going to go get some refreshments over here, and y'all can just, glance through your little sheet right here. And then I'm going to talk with each of you individually, and at your individual close, I'm just going to ask you about your skin. I'm going to answer any questions. We'll see if there's what you want to take home today. I'm going to talk to you about if you might like to book a party or want some information about becoming a Mary Kay consultant. Okay. So, and then like if I had prepared some goodie bags like we talked last week, I would say, and also you get your goodie bag. All right. So what ideally is you would take them to another place wherever you're doing it. So if you're at a house, maybe take them to when you get there to do the party, you go ahead and decide where you're going to do the clothes. And what I like to do is have a calculator over there, sales tickets, whatever I need, right? And ideally, you can move to a different spot, because I'm going to tell you why. Some people don't want everybody to know their business. So let's say you got a sister, a mother, and a mother-in-law there. Okay. The daughter-in-law may want to buy the $3.99, but she don't want her mother-in-law to know she's spending $400 at a Mary Kay party. So you could do it over here at the couch, and she might not know, right? And so some people are funny about that. So it's nice sometimes if you can close. Sometimes you cannot. There's nowhere to move them, okay? If you can't, then what I do is I take another chair if I can, and I just get up close by her, and I talk just to her, and I say, y'all go get you something to eat, and I try to make it as private as I can with the girl, okay? And sometimes I scoot people over. I say, hey, sit over here. I need to talk to her for a minute. I'll come back. But what I usually do is I say, now, before we do the individual close, is there anybody that's in a hurry that's got to leave first? Like you're chomping at the bit, you got to get out of here. I do that. And they'll go, there's always somebody. I'll say, okay, I'm going to talk to her first, and then whoever else is in a hurry, I'll talk to y'all next, okay? And I'll just call you as soon as I'm done. Like if I'm going to another spot in the house or wherever I'm at, all right? Okay, so then I start with the individual close. Now, if no one says that they are in a hurry, then I say, I think, who at the party said, oh, girl, I know I need all this. Okay, somebody's going to say that. Or, act like, oh, you're going to break me today. That's the one I'm going to close first. That's the one. I'm going to try to start out with a win. Okay, so that's the table close. I like to use the roll-up bag because it's just a nice visual. If you don't have a roll-up bag, you can always just refer to the piece of paper. Okay, So don't panic. Maybe you just signed up, you don't even have any product yet. You can refer to the piece of paper. Okay. If I'm doing the miracle set close, you guys, this is the miracle set. I would do it the exact same way. And I'm just going to show y'all just so you would know really quick. I would say the stuff about the roll-up bag, and I would say, okay, y'all, first of all, this is the Cadillac collection today. And I know you're going to want it all. Let me tell you what comes in it. The first pocket is our Mary Kay Tomwise Miracle Set. The cleanser, the moisturizer, the day and the night. And in the second pocket is our microdermabrasion and our Mary Kay eye cream that goes with it. The third pocket is our eye makeup remover, micellar water, CC cream, foundation primer, and the brush. This is what we call the Cadillac collection. This value is $360 and you get it for $299 and you get this awesome roller bag free. And then you have something on the spa bar. You can add something at half price. You might want to get the charcoal mask or the satin lips. Okay. Then I would go down, y'all, exactly the same way. I would say, okay, next let me show you the Queen collection. We're going to take this. I don't know how you're going to get your eye makeup off, but anyway, we're going to start with this right here. Okay. And then I'll go over these two things. And then I say, and then this is the Princess collection. Okay. It's the miracle set. And you get one item at the spa bar. And so if you're sitting at the party, how many of those pockets do you want? You don't want a naked pocket, right? So so it's just a good way to do a close. And let me tell you what else. What I like to do, if I'm going to somebody's house, okay, I would make up. Let's say I was going and I had 6 people coming. I might go ahead and make up 6 of these roll-up bags and have them in the car, put them behind their chair, whatever. And then these are new products. So you can close this way where you sit down and you lay this in her lap. This is what we were taught to do. You lay it in her lap and say, now, just pull out anything in here you think you're not going to use. They can't do it. And so it's a great way to do it. And then if they purchase it and you do have the inventory, you just roll this up like this and go, Merry Christmas. You're done with that sale. You have given her the product. She's given you the money and she's ready to go. The only thing you'd have to switch out in here is the CC cream and get the right color, because everything else is the same for everybody. Does that make sense? Except for if you're doing the miracle set, you'd want to get the right, combination to oily or dry to normal. Okay. So that is one way to do it. Okay. So that is the table close. It takes a minute, but you want to do it. Okay. And then you tell them you're doing the individual close so they can it's not awkward. Okay. And then you're going to do the individual close. Now on the individual close, what you want to do is sit down with them and you're going to talk to them. And I just like to ask them a couple of questions. The first thing I want to show you is that in this handy dandy flip chart, okay, I'm sure all of you that got the Pro Kit have it. If you don't have the Pro Kit, you can go buy the flip chart. I mean, it's like $4. It's hardly nothing, okay? But what I have done in my flip chart is I put some little tabs on here. And this tab right here says close. And so when I have this at a party, let me just show you. So I've got this going on at a party on the table. All right. And I've gone through it and I'm ready to do the close. So I can just take that little tab, and I turn it. This is what the people are going to see. Okay. How do you feel? Blah, blah, blah. On the back, okay, it has the questions that you're going to ask the people. And so if you're nervous about asking the questions, this is so good for new people. You say this, okay? You say, hey, listen, you have them sit down and you say, listen, there's just a few questions that I have to ask you. So I'm just going to read them off here because I don't want to miss anything, okay? And so that's all you do. You just blame it on the flip chart. And so then you sit down and I will say, okay, Grace, did you enjoy the party? Did you have a good time today? You want to get them answering yes. Yes, I did. I had a great time. And I'll say, now I have some other things I say, but I'm going to say what this says, and then I'll tell you what I say. Okay, it says, were there any additional products you were interested in trying or learning about that we didn't use today? And you can make a note of that. Then it says, do you have any questions for me as your independent Mary Kay beauty consultant? Okay. Then it says, okay, let's set you up with your absolute must-have. What products would you like to order first? Okay, I want you to just take it and mark that out We're not going to say that. We're going to say, what set, if money were no object, what set would you like to start with? I don't like to say what products. I mean, it's okay. I'm not trying to diss on Mary Kay. Y'all know I'm Mary Kay all the way. But okay, but these are some questions. If you can't think of what to say, use this. But I'm going to send you the other questions too. Okay. And then it says, would you like to host a party and learn about the hostess rewards? Have you considered learning more about the Mary Kay opportunity? Okay. So they're just right here. Also on the group close, if you go back, there's a little thing that helps you know what to say for the group close as well. I mean, you just thank them for coming, blah, blah, blah. So I just want to show you that on the flip chart. That's your cheat sheet. Okay. So what do I say? What do I say at an individual close? I sit down with them and I'll say, Grace, did you have fun today? She say, yes, I did, you know. And then in fact, let me just pull up. Grace, I'm gonna pull you up here with me. You ready? So unmute yourself. Okay. This is my friend Grace. Okay, I'll say, Grace, did you have fun today at the party?
Sure did.
Good. Well, tell me, how does your face feel? Just take the back of your hand and smooth it like
It
this.
feels so smooth.
Doesn't it feel good? It's hard to
It's
believe.
different.
And that's just one time of using the product. Isn't that amazing?
It
Okay.
is.
Awesome. Well, listen, I got to ask you, well, first of all, do you have any questions of any? I know that you came and you had some things. Is there anything that I didn't answer that you'd like to know?
No, you pretty dear well did a good job.
Okay. Well, thank you, girl. I appreciate that. I sure did enjoy meeting you today. Well, listen, I know you've got your little set sheet. And by the way, y'all, this is what I tell them. I forgot to tell you this. When I'm doing the individual close, if we're going to another room, I say, hey, bring your profile card, bring your set sheet with you. Okay. Because I want their profile card and their set sheet with me so I can see all their information. Right. So, and because I told them to be circling what they want. So this is so golden, y'all. If they have circled what they want, I would sit down with Grace and I would go, well, Grace, I see you circled that Cadillac collection.
Well,
That's
yes,
awesome.
it's so good.
I know. Well, let
I
me
want to try something new, and I know that it's got to be a whole set.
exactly. So if money were no object, is that the set that you'd like to take home?
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you something. Money may not be an object, but what would your budget allow you to take home today?
Well, I did get paid yesterday, so I'm okay right now.
Okay, good. Okay, so thank you, Grace. I'm gonna move her for a minute. Thank you so much. That just shows you a little idea. So if Grace had said, well, money's an if money was an object, I get the whole thing, but it is an object, so I'm gonna have to start with the Princess Collection, okay, which is just the repair set. First of all, just throw a little party in your mind if you sold everybody just the Princess set, okay? You got 5 people there and everybody bought the lowest set, that's $1,000 party. Thank you very much. Okay, but if she said that, I would say, okay, great. I say, okay, great. I'm not gonna talk her into anything she don't want. That's not my job. So what I would do is I would take my sales ticket and then I would have her name written at the top and I would put it on there, Princess Collection Repair Set. And then on the side, I put $199 because that's what I'm charging her, right? And then I would say, okay, I got that. So now you get one item in the spa bar. What would you like to add at half price? So she would tell me, I'll write that on there, put half price on the sales ticket and put the total. Okay. Then I'll say, now Grace, I know that that's all we're getting today, but I noticed that when we were doing the facial, you really like that eye makeup remover. Do you want to add that to it? Because there's any of this stuff you can also buy individually and we can add. A lot of times they'll say, yeah, I really do need that. Go ahead and add that. I'll say, okay, great. Add the eye makeup remover. I'll say, well, what about the primer? Say, I'm just going to ask you about some of the things that I saw that you were kind of interested in when we were doing the party. And y'all just go down until she goes, no, I think that's it. I'll say, all right, awesome. I'll say, it's my job to make sure you get everything you want. So I'm going to show you how you can get some of this rest of this stuff at a good deal or free. How does that sound? She'll usually say yes. So I'll go ahead and while I'm sitting with her, I'll have my calculator on my phone. I'll go ahead and add it up. I add up the tax and I give her total. And I would say, how do you want to take care of that today? Okay. And one of the things I forgot to tell you too is when I do my big close, I tell them, I say, oh, and by the way, I take cash, check, Cash App, Venmo, credit card, Zelle. I'll take your Sears card. I'll say, just kidding. But anyway, you think you got money and want to pay me, I'll figure out a way to get it. And then they laugh. Okay. So I give them more than one way to pay because you never know. They may have, $100 in their checking account and they might have a $2,000 credit limit on their Visa, right? And that's where, as consultants, we make sure you have ProPay set up so you could take that. But I offer other things too, because some people do like Cash App, they like Venmo and some of those other things. So you can say whatever it is. So I would say, how do you want to take care of that? And then she would tell me. And if she says, well, I want to do Venmo, I said, great. I'd pull out my phone, she can pull out her phone, and she's going to text me and pay me right then. Like, I'm going to get her money right then. That's the goal, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get her money, whatever it is. If she pays by credit card, I'm going to pull up my little phone. I'm going to pull up the ProPay app. Okay. It looks, if you don't have it download, it looks just like this. I'm going to pull up the ProPay app, and then I'm going to enter the amount on there. And then I'll just show you kind of how to do it. Let's say it was $1. Okay. I'm put 1 penny. Okay. And then right here, it says manually enter the card. So I'm going to hit manually enter the card, and then I'm going to enter the card. And once I enter the card, I'll go up and enter her name. I'll enter her expiration date and her zip code and the security number. And then I'll hit next, and we'll go ahead and settle up her bill right there. Now, if it's a table and you know everybody, like they're all people from your church, you know all of them, and you're not worried about it, you can go home and charge all their credit cards. If you're at a table with strangers, I'm just saying, I would not give my products away until the card has been swiped. Does that make sense? So I like to go ahead and just take care of my business. And once I do, I go ahead and put paid on the top right up here. All right. And you can write in her credit card information right here or not. If you're going to do it right on your card, on your phone, you can do it. Now, sometimes I do ask my customers, I would say, Grace, and she bought the whole thing. I'll say, hey, it's up to you. I can do this or not do it, but I can store this card. If this is something you think you'd like to use in the future for your purchases, I can store it. And then it just stores it securely just with the last 4 numbers. But it's up to you. And 99% of the time they say, yes, store it. And then when they call me and go, hey, I need a cleanser, I say, you want me to put on your card? She goes, yeah, just use the one I gave you last time. I just try to make it easy for my customers. Okay. And then on that case, on ProPay, there's a place that says use stored cards. So like if it's somebody that had bought from you before. All right. So once I get her order, I got her order, we're done. I've got to tell her how I'm going to get her the product. I'm either going to, so if I have it with me, I'll say, I'll tell you what, if you're not in a huge hurry, if she's not in the hurry one, I said, if you don't mind, I'm going to take everybody else's order and then I will get your products. I have most of it in the car or I have it in the house or wherever you got it. Okay. If you did not bring product or you just got a little tiny bit of product, then you could say, I'm going to get all these orders together and I will deliver it to you tomorrow or whatever. If you're a consultant and you haven't got your inventory yet, you don't have it. You say, hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be placing a big order for this party and it takes about a week to come in. And as soon as it comes in, I'm going to bring it to you. All right. So you're going to have to explain to her how she's going to get the product. One of the things you want to do is you don't want her to have to wait 3 or 4 weeks to get this product. Once she's paid you, you got to get it to her, right? So if you have a party, let's say you're not an active beauty consultant, you haven't done your first order, and let's say the party's only $150 and you still don't have enough to do an active order, you need to book some parties right back to back, okay? So that you'll have enough to place that first order, or you can add some of your own money in there with it. And of course, the product you get, you can sell it and get twice your money back, right? So I just want to kind of mention that too. So you're just going to have to decide how you want to do it. Some consultants, if they're active, but they don't have the products on hand, you could go in to Mary Kay and do a customer delivery service order. And you would just put her information in there, her name, address, phone number, click on order, add the stuff that she bought. She's already paid you. And so you will do it out of your ProPay account or out of your credit card or debit card if she's paid you. All right. And ship it straight to her. If it's a lot of local people, I would just do one big order, have it sent to me, bag it up and go give it to them. It's whatever you want to do. You just have to let her know after she purchases. Does that make sense of what you're going to do? Okay. Once you do that, during the party, let me show you this. And I have all this for you. Some of y'all were asking me. It's all on this landing page. I'm going to show you. During the party, I like to play this little referral game.
Okay. Okay, so I hope that helps a little bit. I watched it, and if I didn't think it was good, I wouldn't have showed it. But I hope that helps with closing and helps with how to take care of the orders if you don't have any inventory, and how to collect the money when you don't know how to, what to say, how to do it, different ways that you can close the sale. Because you know what, when you sell something and they like the product, you want to make sure they get their products, right? Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Cora. Yeah, it was my friend. She's a bomb. She's been my friend for 10 years. And she's working to be $1 million unit. She's working for $1 million is what she's working for. I think she's already got the trip to Budapest and Prague. So I think she's working for $1 million. But the whole point is I wanted to make sure that you guys, I know there's new consultants that'll be watching the playback. I'm trying to get out of that screen there up there. Hold on a minute. There we go. And I can get you her closing sheets. But what I thought was my flip chart was older. And so I've never really gone back to the back part where the closing section is. And I think it's so good and very important that as a new consultant or even a seasoned consultant, that it gives you the questions to ask at the end of the party. I mean, let me just say, they don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to ask you a few questions, but I'm going to read it off of here. So I make sure I get it all down. They don't care that you say that. You want to make sure you ask the questions that you need to ask them. Don't worry about reading off the back. It's okay. I've been in almost 25 years, and I say the same things at my party as I did the same flip chart from years ago. Some of the basic things I pick out and I say. I don't say all the words on there when I'm doing a party, but I'm a visual person and I use the pictures on the front, which triggers my memory on what to say. So I don't have to read the back. Because you know what? Once you've said it enough, you will memorize it. Just like your alphabet, just like the spelling words, and your closing will be the same thing. You'll read the back of it enough times when you're doing enough faces, you'll read the back enough times to where you'll memorize it, to where you just flip it to the front and know what to say without looking at the back and how to close. It's repetition, repetition, repetition. You have to be consistently doing it over and over again. And I'm not saying you have to do it every single day or, 10 times in the week, but I'm just saying, as you do it, take note. I mean, you're going to trigger your memory and you're going to remember what to say. It's important because you want to be in front of people and not trying to flip to find the right. You notice how she tapped? Because she's been in as long as I have, maybe longer, 30 years. I think she's been in for 30. But you notice how she tabbed her flip chart. So she knows exactly where to flip it to. Don't be shy. Tab it. It'll help you. Tab it. It's okay. Okay. Has anybody got any questions on that? I mean, I can always post a link or share the link to so you can get to her boards that has all of that stuff on there with all her closing sheets. She updated her closing sheet. I used to use one of her closing sheets 3 or 4 years ago, but I got tired of it. It just wasn't working for me. So I changed it, and I do print my closing sheets off. I have got them laminated before, and I think that's cool for them to be able to use one of those dry erase markers on there and circle what they want. However, they did change the prices, so those are not current with what's going on now. So what I started doing was printing them off and putting them in those little sheet protectors and cutting the 3-ring tab off the side. but use those sheet protectors. And I actually use it as a placemat so they can just flip it over when I close. Just an idea. You don't have to do my idea, but it's just an idea for you. It gives you a different way to do it. Karen, how do you do your closing? You're muted.
Sorry. Okay. I don't use that type of or closing sheet. I have the basic repair in the miracle set, and then the ultimate miracle set, and then I have a few of the other ones. I don't have any discounted items on mine because I go ahead and go into the 50% for Monica's if they get that they gather enough. So I don't use it that way, but when I first started, I was using the Cadillac, the breakdown of what she used, and that was good.
But you have a set that you use that you can transfer that skill and give the printout to your people.
Yes, yes, I have the printouts, or I can print out the because I have them not laminated, but I can always print them out for them. And if they're interested in having a more extravagant one, I have a few of those that I can get printed and they'd be able to utilize at their parties.
Yeah. The whole thing is you have something, because I don't know about you, but I have to have, if I look at it and just to look at the pictures, I know what to say. But if I'm trying to do it and wing it with nothing, it's a hot mess. And I've
Yeah.
been in almost 25 years. I have to have something there. So it builds your confidence on what you're doing. Have you ever done, I don't know about you, but whenever I stopped using, when they went with no flip chart for a while, then we had a beauty book. And it was crazy. And then we had nothing. We didn't even have beauty books to do a class. And I always talk about Mary Kay, and I always talk about corporate and the manufacturing plant. But without that there to remind me what to say, when I had no flip chart, no nothing there for a while, we had nothing. It's kind of like, oh, hi. Okay. We're going to do your face. You know what I mean? Instead of talking about, I talk about the career opportunity. I talk about the company actually. Mary Kay Ash, she started a company because she wanted to give women the opportunity where they could achieve financial success while balancing the lifestyle and values and priorities they hold dear. Started the company God First, Family Second, Career Third, and the golden rule: do unto others as you want to be done unto. Now, I know that they've changed some of that up to say faith first and whatever, but I still say it the way it was on the original flip chart, the original. And so I'm kind of old school at that point, but I know that people will pick out what they want to say. And on the flip chart, it gives them stuff on the back to where they can say whatever they want to say. You know what I mean? But I like my flip chart. We used to have a huge flip chart when I started. It was heavy and it was big. And it kind of stood in front of me and whoever I was facialing. So it kind of put up I want to say a brick wall, but something in between us so I wasn't like right there, to help me build confidence in what I was doing. But I had to read the back of the flip chart. I had to read it because I didn't know what to say. I remember I was working in a man's world, and I was jumping in, didn't have any girlfriends, and I was jumping in trying to be in front of women. It was totally intimidating, but I did it anyway. So, but it's just something, it's a habit that you'll pick up. You're going to find your own little routine, your own little way of what you want to say. How she said, make it fun. Like she said, whatever. She said her little jokes that she put in there on how they were what they were going to pick up or how they were going to pay or whatever, different little jokes that you're going to say once you get more comfortable at doing it. But the whole thing is just start somewhere.
I like the payment plan of a little bit of cash and a little bit of from the credit card and a little bit of something to do with the husband, when the husband doesn't realize how much is coming out of the account, I forget
Right.
how they word that, but
Yeah,
it's
I don't know plan. Yeah, I don't know plan.
yeah,
Or
something, it's
she
really
doesn't know
funny.
plan, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lady that did that today. She says, yeah, my husband won't know exactly how much I've spent here. I'm like, oh, and I just kind of chuckled, and that was just kind of, I didn't like bring anything up. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, it is cool. It is cool. It's just like, I hope that the consultants take something from that and implement it so they can be more confident in selling. Because we have a top product, just like she said, even though it was like $507 worth of products in the Cadillac collection. Now, I don't do Cadillac and Princess and Queen and all that. I mean, I just have my bundles that I do. But it's the whole point is that, you know, they'll go to Estee Lauder or someplace and spend $200 on something. I just had somebody at a senior home, mind you, a senior home. I think she spent, I don't know, $60 or something, $80 the other day. And she said she was buying her foundation. She goes, how much is your foundation? I said, 26. Well, how much is this? I said, 20. Oh, finishing spray. I said, ours is 20. She goes, do you know, our foundation is 26. She goes, at Estee Lauder, foundation is, and she rattled off $60 or something. I said, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I would so not pay that. You know what I mean? So they pay it, and she's a senior and she pays high prices for product. But now that I'm going there, it's the first time she saw me. So now that I'm going there and she's got a book, she's going to be wanting to use more Mary Kay. So it's just a matter of letting them know that you're there and you're going to be there. Don't like fizzle out, stay to the end, which is what we're going to talk about now. Winners want to win. Winners want to win. And we were on the hot call. Yeah, winners want to win. And then we're going to talk about finishers. But winners want to win. I always like to win. And Karen was talking before we started recording about winning every single day, getting up and having a win every day, whatever your win is for the day. My win for today is different. I went over and I talked to a customer, dropped off her products, got to talk to her. She had some things that had gone on that have been really not really good. But I got to sit down and talk to her, and she started crying, and just building the connection with her, and you know, being there for her so she could talk to somebody. You know what I mean? And then of course collecting the money. So I won. I won because I was being the light and bringing Jesus in there to love on her and comforting her. But so that's a win for me. That's a big win. I had other wins too. I went to a ribbon cutting today. Took my granddaughter to a ribbon cutting, and it was fun. I saw one of my gals that's going to be on Thursday night Zoom, glass face. I saw her at the ribbon cutting. She goes, hi. I'm going, oh my gosh, you're here. But anyway, so that was another win, going to the ribbon cutting and having fun at the ribbon cutting. So there was another win today. So make sure you have a win every single day, whether it's little or big, have a win every single day. And just remember to be grateful for that win for the day, so you can have more gratitude for the next day, for the next bigger win. Okay, winners want to win. Win. The W means work the numbers. What's your win? What is your win? We're in June, for Pete's sake. The end of our seminar year. What's your June win? Your June win is determined by your why, your pain, and your pleasure. Your why. Why do you want to win in June? What's your goal for this month? Track it daily. New business in June sets you up for July. The new people you come across and you facial and you meet and you pass out your cards, the new people you meet and facial this month will set you up for a better July. So next month, if you didn't facial in this month, next month you could connect and facial in next month, or do a virtual. I inspire relentlessly. I put a video groups and individually. Make some contact with your people that you're connecting with.
For myself.
Okay, so make a connection with your people. like there's different ways to connect with people. You can connect by doing a text, you can connect by doing a video, phone call, or messenger group, messenger, Facebook Messenger message, text, call, new daily. Constantly follow up with your leads that you have and connect with them. We are the thermostat. Okay. That's my note I made. We are the thermostat. Okay, so you set the tone for your day. You set the tone for your day. You could either wake up and be on fire for whatever's going to happen today after you prayed for God to bring you all this stuff, or you can get up and go like, oh my gosh, it's another day. You set the thermostat. Okay. So if I was you, I would set my thermostat to be on fire, be upbeat, be happy, go out like you know what you're doing, be confident. Okay, N is new. When you meet someone, okay, she said, when you meet someone, put them in your contacts like, okay, so today somebody called me and gave me a referral. So I texted her and she said she'd love to have a pampering session. So when I put her in my contacts, I'm going to put her name, Susie, and put prospect and then put her last name. So she knows, you know, that she's a prospect you're talking to. Have you ever gone to your phone and you look up and you got all these Jessicas in there? You're going like, oh my gosh, I don't know which one she is. You know what I mean? I don't know who it is I was talking to. I have to go through each individual one to see what the text message was or whatever. So when you put them in your phone, you can put Jessica Prospect Mills. So you know that's who it is. Or you can put, if it's somebody you want to share the career opportunity with, Jessica Booking, or that's Prospect. Just if you want to book her, you can put Jessica Booking Mills. If you want to interview her, put Jessica Prospect Mills. Whatever her first and last name is, put Prospect right after her first name, or Booking if you want to book her for later, so you know which one you talk to. And in the notes you can put, on the contacts, there should be a place for notes. You can put where you met her. So you can remember where you met her. Met her at Starbucks, you know, put Starbucks on there. Or where she worked. If she's working and you meet her, make sure you put where she works, so you won't forget who she is. Because I don't know about you, but my phone is like, I have a lot of contacts. I can't even tell you how many contacts I have on my phone. I looked through there. I was looking, the reason why I said Jessica is because I was looking for a Jessica. And I was trying to match a phone number to a first name Jessica that was an Uber driver. And I couldn't find her, but I had all these Jessicas in there with no last name. I don't even know who they are. Don't know who. So hopefully, you know, I find out one of these days. I'm not going to go and delete them all, but when they text me or whatever, I will find out who they are, and I can put a last name with their first name, so I know who they are. So that's just a little tip on when you're meeting somebody new and you get a contact and you think she'd be great on your team. Then put her first name, then put prospect, and then put her last name, and then put where you met her. You can either put it if she was working, put where she works. I always do that because underneath, I don't know about you, I have an iPhone. You can put first name, last name, and the company. Put where she works or where you met her. If she's not working at that store, then you can put that, you know, met at Starbucks or Kohl's or wherever, Old Navy, whatever. Okay, so that was when. Now we're going to go when in June. June is Jumpstart Action Daily Power Hour. Have a daily power hour every day to jumpstart your action, to get you in motion. Remember I said just start? Okay, just start. Start. And I also said to be the thermostat, so that helps with your thermostat. U for June is urgency mindset. Go through your old contacts in your phone and tell them You're in a challenge to do 30 faces by the end of June. You're in a challenge to get referrals, whatever the challenge is. If you want referrals and asking them to give you at least 1 or 2 or 5 referrals, refer people to you, you can be getting referrals for people. If they don't want a book, get referrals. Who do they know that would love to have a booking? And is no excuses. Have passion and a goal. And be passionate about your goal. So have the passion, set your goal, and have the passion for your goal. Okay. E is elevate every standard, raise the bar, customer care and follow up at every element. Which means, do you know what raise the bar is? Customer care. Customer care is customers. Follow up with your customers, but be really passionate and caring about your customers. Don't say, hey, do you need to buy anything? But care about them. Like when I went over to deliver, I sat there and took a half hour with her instead of just dropping it off, to listen to her and let her vent on her issue, not issues. It really wasn't issues, but whatever happened in life that wasn't good. So I took the time, because she's been my customer for a while. And her late husband was my boss at Granite way back in the day. So, but I didn't know her then. I didn't know her till she moved here. So anyway, so how many can you impact in the next 14 days? How many people can you impact in the next actually 13 days? How many customer cares can you do in the next 13 days? How many new names can you get in the next 13 days? I'm not saying you have to go get 10 a day, even 1 a day. That would be 13 new names. You know what you could do with those 13 new names? And if 3 of them booked and they each bought a Cadillac bag, it's funny because Cleta said, have fun at your parties. And she said, be happy if you get 5 people just to buy the time-wise repair set. That's $1,000. Just 5 people buy, not the whole Cadillac bag, not the whatever the other bag was, but just the princess bag. 5 people buy the princess bag. That's $1,000. Be happy. Okay. So now we're going to talk about finisher. Being a finisher. How are we doing on time? We're doing good. Being a finisher. Finisher, F means focus. Keep the eye on the goal. That's what I just said too before on the other part on my June. Keep the eye on the goal. I is intentional. Be intentional about everything that you do. So I don't know about you, but I think about doing Mary Kay all the time. So I think I'm working all the time. Instead of being intentional on the time that I have, the hour that I have, the hour and a half I have, or the 15 minutes I have to make calls, be intentional in that time and just mark out that time and work just in that time. So you're not doing Mary Kay in your head 8 hours a day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Be intentional on your time and then release yourself and go do what you have to do. Go do your other chores, go do your other errands, go do life. Life be lifing. I don't know if it's lifing for you, but it's lifing for me. So life be lifing. So be intentional on the time that you are working your business. N is non-negotiable mindset. Quitting is not an option. When I came into Mary Kay, I didn't know we could quit. It cracks me up that people come in and they don't start. Or they start and it didn't turn out the way they envisioned it. Do you know God has a bigger plan for you? And sometimes we go through a lot of obstacles and through the, down before we get back up to the mountaintop to do the great things, to see the results. And I know that I was on a call yesterday to remind me what we're doing in June is going to roll over into a bigger July. And what we do in June to make it roll into and start your July off strong, you're going to see the results in December, 6 months from now. So all the people you talk to now, all the people you facial now, all the people you share the career opportunity with now will not only start off your July good, but you'll be seeing a lot of results by December. So remember that it takes a while. You're not going to see it all happen now. It takes a while for it to come to pass. Okay, so don't quit. That's the whole thing. Quitting is not an option. I is invested. Would you put your money on you? Would you invest your money? Would you put your money on you? Like when you look at yourself as a beauty consultant and what you're doing, your activity you're doing, would you want you to be your beauty consultant? Would you put your money on you? S is spirit led. Reach up to God every day and ask Him to guide you and give you discernment and wisdom, inspiration and guidance to connect to people that you need to put, in your path that you need to talk to. God didn't make us to not finish. God didn't make us to be down and not confident in what we're doing. He brought us here for a reason. And He will fill you up and guide you if you open your ears and listen and ask. Okay, H is hungry. How hungry are you for your goal? I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what anybody's goal is. Actually, to tell you the truth, I don't know what any of my unit, if their goal is. I haven't heard any goals of what they want to achieve. I know what my goal is. My goal and my passionate goal is to double our unit size. And we need to add more people. So I need to talk to more people and I need to be invested in that. I need to be intentional in that non-negotiable mindset. Okay, so H is hungry. What are you hungry for? E is endurance, willing to train or do whatever it takes with bounce back ability, BBA. So when the things come, which they will, when the obstacles come, when people knock you down, people say bad things to you, when customers return products, when you want to run over your starter kit, how long do you give yourself when you're down? You need to have bounce back ability. Give yourself a pity party, 5 minutes at the most. I would say 5 minutes. I wouldn't give myself an hour. I wouldn't give myself 2 hours. Just get over it fast. Whatever your time limit is, just get over it fast. Get back up, because in every obstacle that we come across and everything that we go down and things don't happen the way we want it to go, you're in training and you're learning and you're learning. And you're going to learn to pivot and get out of it faster every single time. And you're going to learn how to bounce back. And that's what we need to have BBA. It's all a mindset. It's all a mind game, what we tell ourselves, by the way. And R is relentless. Be relentless on what you're doing. How are you pacing yourself? Angelique Talbert always says, how you do anything is how you do everything. So what I'm going to tell you is just start doing something. Start. Everybody says, I'm going to start. No, I'm not going to start. Start. Okay? Have any questions? Everybody's quiet. I kind of lectured. I got a big finish. I got a lot to do. But I'm grateful and thankful. I had somebody from the pizza, the Rusty's Pizza that we had. I had one guest there who did not facial herself because she was going to her dad's. She did it on the top of her hand. And guess what? She signed up to be a consultant. So I'm just saying, I only had one guest, but I was reaching out to her to do a facial or do a virtual. So it's the connections. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. It's the connections that you make with the people. Don't throw people under the bus. Don't, say, hey, just keep reaching out. Do you know how many times I reach out to my list of people that I talk to? A bunch. A bunch. They get at least 7 text messages. If they have an email, they get at least 4 emails, and they get at least 3 to 4 phone call messages from me. And then if they don't book after that, then I let them go. So, be relentless and don't give up. Anybody got anything to add? Karen, you got anything to add?
Just don't ever give up, give yourself some grace and just go in with a winning attitude and you will succeed. You're not going to win every time. Just know that ahead of time and just be grateful, kind of recapping what Valerie was just saying. Just be grateful that you have an opportunity to change your own life and to change other people's lives at the same time. And your attitude is it makes the difference. And your enthusiasm about your business will attract more people than what you know about the product. Your energy, that's the majority of how I started the first. Anyway, it's just your enthusiasm for what it's doing for you and what it can do for them. And people are just get excited alongside of you and they want to help you when, whatever your excitement is will turn into their excitement. And then they know that they're just the transformation of everything. It really makes a difference. Your smile, everywhere you go, just smile at somebody. You can start with blessing others and how it can truly transform who you are. You don't know what your smile can do for that other person. Valerie took the time to sit and listen to her customer, and that's what she needed today. And a lot of the times, as we get on in our careers in Mary Kay, and we have developed a good customer base, which we will, and you will, that sometimes we're the only person that sends our customers a birthday card or calls them on their birthday, or thinks of them, and those kind of things really make a difference in people's lives.
It does. You know what? I don't send birthday cards to my customers, but they do get a birthday email if I have an email and a birthday text. But it's, I've had some customers with me 15, 16, 17 years. And I didn't even know this lady was going to be 80 next month. Had no idea she was that old. Had no idea. She told me. But I said, boy, I hope I look as good as you. I'm as good as you when I turn 80. But it is connecting with people, just connecting. It's not all about the sale, but yet it is about the sale, but it's not about the sale. And I've learned through because I've had a lot of customers. It was all about the sale when I started, just like, give me your face. What do you want to buy? Give me your face. What do you want to buy? But I've learned over the years that that's not how it's supposed to be. The company, Mary Kay created this company for us to be the light, and then the sales will come, which they will come. And it's just, do not grow weary. You know what I mean? Don't grow weary before you reap the harvest, because the harvest is going to come and the people will flock to you and you will get people. And it's just, be consistent with whatever you do. Be consistent. Don't be on one week and off one week. It's daily routine. Daily. Like if you're going to train, if you're going to spend 15 minutes a day on Mary Kay, pick your training days that you're going to listen to stuff or do your, what are those badges that we have? I'm drawing a blank. Those classes we can take. Used to be Mary Kay University, but all those classes they have on there.
Yeah, skincare confident, color
Yeah, all
confident.
of those. So break it down. Don't try to do it all in once. I mean, literally, just break it down and just do a couple a day or one a day and get through there, but be consistent about it. When you learn about the products, you'll know more. I say that to say, I listened to Heather Daniel Kent, and I love HDK. I listened to her Booster Boot Camp YouTube video today. It's 20 minutes long. I had to listen to it because, you know, I'm all about the products and the boosters, right? I'm all about it. And what she said on there and how she told them to put them on to change their skin, I just went, oh my gosh, that's not what we were taught. And it wasn't what we were taught. And so I will investigate further to see if what the way she's telling them to put it on, if it is the correct way. But that's not what the guy, the silver haired guy in our product, our scientist guy, he tells us how to put it on. You know, the silver head, the older guy that has good skin, looks like he's younger than what he is. But they give us the charts to tell us how to apply it. She did get one thing right. You go to the thinnest, like you clean your face, you put your thinnest thing on and go to thickness of your serums. However, she put on there, she had said that you can layer your boosters on top of each other. You cannot layer your boosters on top of each other. I'm sure. I've read it, and he's told us it many times. However, she's saying it different. Now, if it doesn't affect your skin, I mean, if it doesn't cancel each other out, if it's not hurting your skin, I'll find out to see, and then I'll share the video. But that's not what I was taught. The way she was explaining it, that's not what I was taught. And I'm like, when it comes to the product, I'm like all over the products. So, but I listened to her today and I thought, girl, you're telling people to do this wrong. But I'm not going to say anything, but that's just not the way we were trained. So it might work for her that way, but it might not work for other people that way. So anyway, skincare confident. Skincare confident, go in there, learn about the boosters, learn about the skincare, learn about the colors. Although we will be having some color changes, but learn about it anyway. Take the time to learn. The more you know, the more you grow, the more people will come to you for the knowledge. People want to know how to take care of their skin. People want to know. They're just afraid to ask. But if you open up and say, you know, that you let them know that you're confident, skin analyzer app. Once they learn that and it tells them exactly what to use, that's a good place to start, the Skin Analyzer app, especially as a new consultant. Does anybody use the Skin Analyzer app? I do. I use it. You know, it's funny, I didn't for a long time, and I'm the one that was on the test panel, the beta testing for that, to get it to roll out.
I have. When I was at the party, when I first met Karen, I used it.
Yeah, Skin Analyzer app. It's the easiest way to analyze somebody's skin for free and let them see what products they might need for their skin. It's a place to start. And it's easy because then that makes you more knowledgeable, makes you look like you're an actual beauty consultant because you have the app and it tells them where to start and analyzes their skin for free. So I'm going to encourage you guys to use the Skin Analyzer app. Anybody else got anything you want to say or add?
On next Tuesday morning at one of my meetings, I'll be doing my presentation. It's about 10 minutes. And several of the gentlemen that are in this group had put down several questions. And one of them was the Skin Analyzer app. So I've already put in asked them to download the Skin Analyzer app so that next week when I do my presentation, I'm going to make sure that everybody can do it right then and there, and spend about 5 minutes with that, and then continue answering their questions, because they had a long list of questions for me to answer about the product and different things. So I'm looking forward to being able to answer their questions, and for guys, and one of them was anyway, the more you know, the more people will be attracted to coming to you as a beauty consultant, to reiterate with what Valerie just said.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm curious. When it scans a man's face, now I've never scanned a man's face, but does it pull up the men's regimen?
More than like, I bet you it does both. I bet you it does if a man's got a lot of wrinkles on his face, I know that skin analyzer is going to be putting out the lifting serum and the DWL. And, I don't know. I'll find out. In fact, I will
Yeah, you'll have to
do
let us
it
know. Yeah.
on somebody that has a wrinkled face to see how it kind of does that.
I'm just wondering if it analyzes the difference, the texture and stuff of a man's face than a female's. Because yeah, it's different texture. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it analyzes it and says, okay, they put in their male or female anyway. So I'm
Mhm.
wondering if it's going to pull up the different set for them.
Yeah.
Curious
And
to
also, our new men's product, by the way, it has anti-aging ingredients in it. Even though they have taken out the sunscreen, the men's cleanser has has anti-aging stuff in it. It's
Yeah.
suitable for all types, vitamin A and E derivatives for the antioxidant benefits. It's going to be revitalized and it's going to help with the fighting the free radicals from the damaged skin. So our men's product is just as anti-aging as ours is, but just for men's skin. Not to say
Right.
that our time-wise repair isn't going to, it will make a difference on a man's skin.
Well, even the boosters will make a difference.
Yes.
I would like to do a booster boot camp, but I'm gonna take Heather Daniel Kent's and I'm gonna actually uh go a little deeper than that because the way she said to apply what she said to apply, eh, I'm not good with it. So but I'll analyze it a little bit and figure it out. So next week we're gonna actually be in person. Um and I'm thinking about doing it here instead of Starbucks. So
Great idea.
yeah, so we can do it here, and then I can, if I have to use a screen or whatever, I can put my TV up and share whatever I want to share. So just so you know. Anyway, let's finish this week strong. Anybody a star consultant? Star, anybody was a star besides me and Karen? No? Okay, well, we have Budapest. I got Budapest coming up this Saturday. Yeah, the 21st. This Saturday, Budapest. It's coming up. Budapest and Prague. I'm excited. Yeah, Budapest and Prague. I'd like to
I
go.
can I can do that.
Budapest and Prague.
Yeah.
Did you sign up for it?
No.
Oh, I did. I signed up for my unit to be able to be a star consultant and be Budapest. I hope they do it again this next year.
Oh, that's a different thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Budapest and Prague. I'm excited. I like it. I think Katrina's doing it too, but I can't. Her time is a little bit different than the original one from Curtis. She's just going to take the replay and play it.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, you can, but it's just a different time. I have to look at her when she's going to do it. I don't think she's doing it at the same time he's doing it. He does it early. Well, actually, not early, but it is early because we're on the West Coast.
Hmm.
But I'll look at it. I'll look at them both. But Katrina will post about Budapest and Prague. We'll have to look at the updates. She posted something, but I'm not sure. Because if you had consultants that were stars, like if I had consultants that were stars, then I would have to register them so they could get the link. But I didn't have any star consultants this quarter. So I'm going on a trip myself to Budapest and Prague. So anyway, okay, let me stop the recording.